All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down a pretty radical way to master your own mind. And look, this isn't about some quick fix or feeling good for a moment. This is about grabbing the wheel and taking total, absolute control.
So here's the core idea, and it's a tough one to swallow. That thing we're often told is a strength, our emotions, well, according to this framework, it's actually your biggest weakness. Think about it. It's the lever other people pull to get a reaction out of you, to manipulate you. So mastering your emotions, that's not just a nice to have. It's the first battle you have to win if you want any real power.
Okay, so let's dive into part 1, the sickness of emotion. Yeah, it sounds harsh, but the idea is that being reactive isn't just a character flaw. It's something that makes you predictable. And if you're predictable, you're easy to beat. So, let's ask the question straight up. Why do so many people stay weak? The answer, according to this, is pretty simple. It's because they feel too much. They react without thinking. They're basically slaves to every little impulse and every little thing that, honestly, just doesn't matter in the long run.
And this really lays it all out, right? You've got two paths. On one side, the emotional man. He's totally predictable. You push his buttons, he reacts. You give him bad news, he falls apart. He's an open book. But the controlled man, he's different. He doesn't just react. He watches, he waits, he plans. He's not a slave to that initial impulse. And that unpredictability, that's what makes him dangerous. That's real strength.
All right, so if being too emotional is the problem, what's the solution? Part 2, the weapon of control. And the key here is that it's not about learning 100 different things. It's about forging one single, powerful weapon.
Look, you don't have to be the loudest guy in the room. You don't have to be the physically strongest. You only need one thing. Just one. And it's the thing that controls everything else.
And that one thing is control. But listen, we're not talking about controlling other people. We're talking about absolute mastery over yourself. Your mind, the look on your face, even your own heartbeat. That's where real respect, real power comes from. It's that quiet, unshakable core that people can feel even when you're not saying a word.
So here's the thing. This kind of control, you're not born with it. No way. It has to be built. It has to be forged. And that happens in the fire. Part 3, forging your armor.
This right here, this is a huge mindset shift. You have to stop thinking the world owes you happiness or comfort. It doesn't. The world is a training ground. It's here to test you, to show you where you're weak. So instead of running from pressure, you need to start running towards it. Actively look for those tough situations, because that's how you get stronger, faster.
So how do you actually do this? How do you turn pain into power? It's a 3-step process. First, you have to acknowledge the hardship, the trauma. Stop running from it. Face it. Second, you stop letting it be a weight that holds you down, and you start sharpening it into a weapon. You transform that negative energy into pure fuel. And third, you take that blade you forged from your past and you use it to cut through every single obstacle in your present. And this says it all, doesn't it? Diamonds are born from pressure. So are kings. You don't get strong by staying comfortable. So here's a challenge for you, something you can do every single day. Find one thing that makes you uncomfortable, a conversation, a task, whatever, and deliberately walk into it. Your only goal? Stay completely calm on the inside. That's how you build tolerance to pressure.
Okay, so you've forged this internal control. Now what? How do you use it in the real world? That brings us to part 4, silence, strategy, and power. This is all about applying that stoic mindset when the pressure is on.
Think of your face as a fortress, especially in a high-stakes meeting or a negotiation. The rules are simple. Show them nothing. Let them wonder what you're thinking. A smile should be a strategic choice. A frown should be a tool for intimidation. Otherwise, you are stone, a complete poker face. When they can't read you, they start getting nervous, they start revealing things. You gain a massive advantage just by controlling your expression.
And this is such a key distinction. We all know the loud authority type, right? The person who shouts, who reacts, who basically begs you to see how powerful they are. That's not power, that's insecurity. Real authority, silent authority, is the opposite. It doesn't need to yell, it plans quietly, it moves with purpose. It doesn't announce its wins, it just wins. It projects control without saying a damn thing.
You need to understand this. Silence is absolutely lethal, especially in a negotiation. The next time someone makes you an offer or asks a tough question, just be quiet. Don't say anything. People cannot stand the vacuum. They will rush to fill it, and when they do, they'll give away everything.
Their real position, their fears, their bottom line. Just let them talk. You listen. That's how you win.
So we've talked about control, strategy, silence. But why? What's the point of all this discipline? It's not just about winning the next argument. It's about playing a much, much bigger game. Part 5. The discipline of legacy.
And this is the trap, isn't it? This is where most people fall off. We waste so much time chasing these little hits of pleasure, comfort, distractions, chasing likes on social media. We trade our legacy for a cheap dopamine rush. So here's the step-by-step guide to resisting that. Every single time you feel that pull, that craving for a distraction, you have to consciously stop. And then you pivot. You take one small action, just one, that moves you toward your real goal.
Because legacy, well, it's a long game. It's not built in a day. It's built in those quiet hours, those first 5 years when everyone else is out partying and you're working. It's built in the dark when nobody is watching. It's just thousands and thousands of tiny disciplined decisions stacked up over time. You don't measure progress by some far-off dream. You measure it with a daily rubric. What did I build today? Did my actions serve my legacy? That's it.
So where do you start? Right now. This is your mission. Let's make this your new daily routine. Step 1. Your morning checklist. Wake up 1 hour earlier. Use that hour to master something real, not just to scroll through your phone. Step 2. Throughout the day, identify just one weakness, one distraction, and cut it out completely. And step 3. The next time you feel that emotional trigger, you say nothing. You just observe. And then, at the end of the day, an evening reflection. Ask yourself, when was I tested today? How did I react? And how will I be stronger tomorrow?
So look, we've gone through the whole framework. The philosophy is clear, the steps are right there. But at the end of the day, listening to this doesn't change anything. It all comes down to a choice. The only question that matters now is, who are you going to become? The choice is yours, and it starts right now.